Christian Day Talk.
Thanks, Caroline. Just real quick, you mentioned the inflation executive order the president signed, but egg prices have skyrocketed since President Trump took office. So what specifically is he doing to lower those costs for Americans?
Really glad you brought this up, because there is a lot of reporting out there that is putting the onus on this White House for the increased cost of eggs. I would like to point out to each and every one of you that in 2024, when Joe Biden was in the Oval Office, or upstairs in the residence sleeping, I'm not so sure, egg prices increased 65% in this country. We also have seen the cost of everything, not just eggs. Bacon, groceries, gasoline have increased because of the inflationary policies of the last administration. As far as the egg shortage, what's also contributing to that is that the Biden administration and the Department of Agriculture directed the mass killing of more than 100 million chickens, which has led to a lack of chicken supply in this country, therefore a lack of egg supply, which is leading to the shortage. So I will leave you with this point. This is an example of why it's so incredibly important that the Senate moves swiftly to confirm all of President Trump's nominees, including his nominee for the United States Department of Agriculture, Brooke Rollins, who is already speaking with Kevin Hassett, who's leading the economic team here at the White House, on how we can address the egg shortage in this country. As for costs, I laid out the plethora of ways that President Trump has addressed saving costs for the American people over the past week. He looks forward to continuing to doing that in the days ahead. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you soon.
One more border question.
Are Medicaid portals down in all 50 states?
Did he kill all them chickens for the N1 flu virus?
They cited bird flu as the reason why they killed all those chickens.
That's how you answer a question.
No, she's tough.
She got straight to the questions and didn't get play with the BS.
Yeah.
You see, Corinne Jean-Pierre. Well, I'm not gonna answer that question because Joe Biden's a good man.
She is tough.
She ain't come up there to play with them.
She walked out. This is a culture shock for you guys because the last administration is a lot different than this administration, but we consider people who break the law criminal.
Straight down to the point. They said, well, the price of eggs is higher. She said, well, everything was up under those last inflationary policies, but if you look at the facts here, Joe Biden slaughtered 100 million chickens, and now we have a shortage of things and the price is up.
But they did say it's a virus. That was the argument, y'all, that we have bird flu.
Someone did die of bird flu in Louisiana.
That's what was the argument.
How woke was the last administration? Because I seen a video of Obama saying if you cross the border, you are illegal and you will be deported back because that is accountability. I verbatim seen Obama say that on a video this morning.
Oh yeah, we seen it.
Yeah.
We seen it. Obama was
actually
deporting stuff. He was sending drone strikes and blowing up kids. Not only sending them home, he wasn't playing at all. Hey, but he spoke good and he was black and the Democrats loved him.
Black Jesus.
How woke was the last administration?
Well, they try to tell us that men can be women. That administration was the only administration I have ever seen in my lifetime.
They had men pretending to be a woman holding a high-ranking position in government. If that doesn't tell you how woke this government is, there's a picture of a general or some high-ranking member in the army wearing a furry dog mask.
Think about how that looks to the enemy.
So today is National Coming Out Day, and so I wanted to start by sharing my own coming out story. Like so many in the LGBTQ community, coming out wasn't an easy thing to do. My family was traditional and conservative. Being gay in my family wasn't something that you mentioned out loud or celebrated. But my family, like many, many other families, grew to accept who I was. They saw that who I loved didn't change who I was as a person. It didn't change the things I liked to do. And it didn't change the goals I had for my life.
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that. Okay, we're moving on.
Hold on,
Corinne Jean-Pierre, black woman, lesbian, and she's an immigrant.
Real quick.
4 Infinity Stones of wokeness.
I just don't see why or how this is like relevant.
Yeah, to the White House.
Like, okay, you can keep the argument of all those things she said, but why is that relevant to the White House press secretary?
Because they're trying to
all
show
the things that are going on.
They're trying to show how progressive they are.
Gay marriage. So what are we
arguing about now?
What are we?
They're showing how progressive and accepting they are, bro.
But
that's what they're trying to show.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
Black, gay, and a woman, and you're an immigrant.
I'm not supposed to know who you having sex with, bro. We're
Yeah,
supposed to
I
be
agree.
doing a job.
Right, like, why
That's
are
the
we
only
talking
thing
about
we're
that
doing.
at the White
I
House?
agree.
We're
Why
supposed
are
to
we
talk
talking
about
that
a
at the White
job.
House?
To the nation.
I don't see the point.
I
really
don't either.
I personally find that sexuality being disclosed in the workplace should be some sort of workplace
Like, I don't
violation.
think you should
because
talk about that.
I don't care.
You think
honestly.
another
I don't care.
country's gonna take this serious? Come on now.
I would like to point out to all of you once again have access to the most transparent and accessible president in American history. There has never been a president who communicates with the American people and the American press corps as openly and authentically as the 45th and now 47th president of the United States. This past week, President Trump has held multiple news conferences, gaggled on Air Force One multiple times, and sat down for a 2-part interview on Fox News, which aired last week. As Politico summed it up best, Trump is everywhere again. And that's because President Trump has a great story to tell about the legendary American revival that is well underway. And in keeping with this revolutionary media approach that President Trump deployed during the campaign, the Trump White House will speak to all media outlets and personalities, not just the legacy media who are seated in this room. Because according to recent polling from Gallup, Americans' trust in mass media has fallen to a record low. Millions of Americans, especially young people, have turned from traditional television outlets and newspapers to consume their news from podcasts, blogs, social media, and other independent outlets. It's essential to our team that we share President Trump's message everywhere and adapt this White House to the new media landscape in 2025. To do this, I am excited to announce the following changes will be made to this historic James S. Brady briefing room, where Mr. Brady's legacy will endure. This White House believes strongly in the First Amendment, so it's why our team will work diligently to restore the press passes of the 440 journalists whose passes were wrongly revoked by the previous administration. We're also opening up this briefing room to new media voices who produce news-related content and whose outlet is not already represented by one of the seats in this room. We welcome independent journalists, podcasters, social media influencers, and content creators to apply for credentials to cover this White House. And you can apply now on our new website, whitehouse.gov/new media.
We pulling up. We already did, y'all.
Yeah, the Carter family's there. The
Y'all
Carter
already know.
family's
Y'all better
for sure
tell them,
there.
man. Y'all better tell them who y'all want, man.
No, we're for sure there, guys.
We know y'all want some real ones up in there.
I'm pretty sure it's a 90% chance that we're gonna be there, guys.
Yeah, we gonna be enough.
So be looking here, because we gonna be in the room.
You gonna get the
For a
real
fact.
news from us.
That's crazy.
I'm hyped, man.
Yeah.
Anybody see anything wrong with this? Something must be wrong with you, to be honest with you.
I think that's a huge stepping stone in unfiltered and raw media. Now, like if these press passes allow like podcasters, social media influencers, and bloggers to ask questions and be on the questioning end, well, then we won't be getting robotic media-fed answers, and we'll be able to get the answers that the people want to know.
This might be the actual most transparent like administration we ever actually have seen so far.
Just on a substantive question, yesterday the White House Office of Management and Budget directed across the board freeze, with some exceptions for individual assistance, we understand, to federal grants. It's caused a lot of confusion around the country among Head Start providers, among providers services to homeless veterans, Medicaid providers, states saying they're having trouble accessing the portal. Could you help us clear up some of the confusion, give some certainty to folks? And also, is that uncertainty, how does that uncertainty service the president's voters?
Well, I think there's only uncertainty in this room amongst the media. There's no uncertainty in this building. So let me provide the certainty and the clarity that all of you need. This is not a blanket pause on federal assistance and grant programs from the Trump administration.
Wow.
Individual assistance. That includes, I'm not naming everything that's included, but just to give you a few examples, Social Security benefits, Medicare benefits, food stamps, welfare benefits, assistance that is going directly to individuals will not be impacted by this pause. And I want to make that very clear to any Americans who are watching at home who may be a little bit confused about some of the media reporting. This administration, if you are receiving individual assistance from the federal government, you will still continue to receive that. However, It is the responsibility of this president and this administration to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars. That is something that President Trump campaigned on. That's why he has launched DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, who is working alongside OMB.
Yeah,
and that's why
bro.
OMB sent out this memo last night, because the president signed an executive order directing OMB to do just this. And the reason for this is to ensure that every penny that is going out the door is not conflicting with the executive orders and actions that this president has taken. So what does this pause mean? It means no more funding for illegal DEI programs. It means no more funding for the Green New scam that has cost American taxpayers tens of billions of dollars. It means no more funding for transgenderism and wokeness across our federal bureaucracy and agencies. No more funding for Green New Deal social engineering policies. Again, people who are receiving individual assistance, you will continue to receive that. And President Trump is looking out for you by issuing this pause because he is being good steward of your taxpayer dollars.
Why impose this pause with so little notice? Why not give organizations more time to plan for the fact that they are about to lose, in some cases, really crucial federal funding, at least for a period of time?
There was notice. It was the executive order that the president signed. There's also a freeze on hiring, as you know, a regulatory freeze, and there's also a freeze on foreign aid. And this is, again, incredibly important to ensure that this administration is taking into consideration how hard the American people are working. And their tax dollars actually matter to this administration. You know, just during this pause, DOGE and OMB have actually found that there was $37 million that was about to go out the door to the World Health Organization, which is an organization, as you all know, that President Trump, with the swipe of his pen in that executive order, is no longer wants the United States to be a part of. So that wouldn't be in line with the president's agenda. DOGE and OMB also found that there was about to be $50 million taxpayer dollars that went out the door to fund condoms in Gaza. That is a preposterous waste of taxpayer money. So that's what this pause is focused on, being good stewards of tax dollars.
This is why we needed Trump. Hey, bro, this is
50 million for condoms.
Can we all take a moment here? Let's take a pause. Moment of silence. Moment of silence.
Good God
Man,
Almighty.
we needed that.
Hold on. You know what's crazy?
Good God Almighty.
I be seeing everybody on Twitter talk about Trump just got rid of all these programs.
Hey,
Look at y'all. Why are you voting for him?
Nothing on welfare. Donald Trump's Medicaid. None of that will be affected.
It's Paul.
You will not be affected. It's DEI, it's transgenderism, and all these things, bruh. And we spent $50 million on condoms for Gaza.
If you're against Trump, please just leave.
$50 million.
Leave.
Do you
Get
think
on the
they
boat.
may have been a little corrupt with the money? I don't know. Like, could that be going anyway?
They said it was money
Don't get me
laundering,
on
bro.
that. We don't know what the money is.
Hey, they said it was money.
We need condoms. Remember with the students who was protesting for them? They said they
We need lotions and knee pads.
They said they needed that. Go in the school.
This is what we need from a press secretary. Telling us
This
the
is
American
comical,
people
bro.
information that they don't know.
Yeah,
that's why
bro,
people
this
like
is
Trump.
good. This is
He gonna tell you
refreshing.
something you don't
This
know.
is so different. Isn't this so different?
It's almost beautiful.
I see Patrick. Y'all know Patrick Beverly, bro. He tweeted. He said, "This is the most united America ever has been in his
And they
lifetime."
said it was gonna be the most divided. So that's what I'm saying. These people, bro.
Hey.
Let's start with the view.
Don't
Let's
hate
get
the
them on the
player.
boat and let's ship them to our island, please.
Boom.
Get them going. Because this right here is what the American people need.
Yeah.
Straight transparency.
It's crazy.
Off the rip.
She told about
When the
everything.
YouTubers pull up,
She really told.
she said, "We was
To
about
the
spend- y'all
pennies.
know we was about to spend $50 million on condoms for y'all know that."
Condoms. What?
For what? And that healthcare thing though, that other healthcare, whatever that health thing they were talking about though, I think in somewhere in it was an African country. He said we can no longer like trust these health companies. Basically, it was a
You
guy
know they
somewhere
corrupt,
else.
bro. You know what they gonna do,
Forgot
bro.
where I was
They gonna
at.
take that money
It
and
was
put it in
crazy.
their pocket.
And they're gonna push whoever's funding them. They're gonna push their ideology.
Yeah, it was in Kenya. He said we cannot afford to trust the world healthcare. Anymore. Basically,
That's why they
crazy.
left the.
It's just
the World
like-
Healthcare Organization.
What I see on Twitter is this.
But we needed Trump, boy. We told y'all, boy. We been telling we needed the nigga.
And he basically saying, hey, we can't trust them no more either.
It's crazy because like you literally go on the internet and see a crazy headline and you be like, man, I know this is BS. Then you have people call you and then you see her talking. It's just
Yeah,
like,
but people was texting me about that. About the welfare and all that.
Thank you.
Hey
Finally,
man, people always texting me, what does this mean? Hey, I'm glad that y'all are reaching out and asking instead of getting your news off the shade room.
finally we can just send the press secretary video.
Start with the criminals. There are many, many criminals. NBC News has learned that ICE arrested 1,179 undocumented immigrants on Sunday, but nearly half of them, 566 of the migrants, appear to have no prior criminal record besides entering the country illegally. Is the president still focused exclusively, which is a civil crime, it's not criminal?
It's a federal crime.
So I'm asking though, he said he was going to focus on those violent offenders first. So is violent offenders no longer the predicate for these people to be deported?
The president has said countless times on the campaign trail, I've been with him at the rallies, I know you've been there covering them too, Peter, that he is focused on launching the largest mass deportation operation in American history of illegal criminals. And if you are an individual, a foreign national, who illegally enters the United States of America, you are, by definition, a criminal. And so therefore, you are subject to deportation.
I apologize for interrupting. So to be clear, it's not violent criminals do not receive precedence in terms of the deportations taking place.
The president has also said two things can be true at the same time. We want to deport illegal criminals, illegal immigrants from this country, but the president has said that, of course, the illegal criminal drug dealers, the rapists, the murderers, the individuals who have committed heinous acts on the interior of our country and who have terrorized law-abiding American citizens, absolutely, those should be the priority of ICE, but that doesn't mean that the other illegal criminals who entered our nation's borders are off the table.
Hey, man, she in there grilling.
To me, bro, this is better than election day, bro. Because we seeing real shit happen. You know? It's like, it was all hyping. We're happy and we're happy inauguration and we're happy he won. But nah. Now we in the game and we winning ball games. We running different plays, running different schemes. And he said, like, Dion, we coming.
No, you know what? I'm still stuck on this because, like, I really be thinking about the chicken situation because everybody on Twitter.
Where was Peter when that happened? Was Peter real quiet when that happened?
Yes.
Y'all slaughtered 100 million chickens. Y'all did chicken genocide.
Look, it's just crazy when you really sit down and nails. Everybody saying the chicken went up in price. The chicken went up in price.
Then blame Trump. He been in office for 3 days.
The chicken went up in price.
Keep it real, y'all. Keep it real.
Joe Biden slaughtered almost 2 million chickens. Damn. Hey, bro, this shit just keep getting worse and worse.
That's why, bro, it's like nobody can actually tell me.
Y'all don't feel bad for the chicken.
I actually get upset for real.
Yeah, I get more mad because it be a lot of people be saying stuff.
Are the vegetarians not mad that these chickens got slaughtered?
Bro, hey, think about California was trying to save a small fish, but they just slaughtered. they just slaughtered.
It's too soon, but you see what happened with it. What happened
At
with
this point,
fish?
I would just look at somebody and say, "You're an idiot." And that's the only answer I'm giving you, literally.
You think so? That's it,
You're
bro?
an idiot. I swear to God, that's all you're getting from me. After hearing this right here, you're an idiot.
This is crazy.
Away from their children. Yeah. The American people will have to look into themselves.
But 87% support deporting criminal undocumented migrants.
Yes,
I
don't know anybody in the world.
I don't know anybody in the world who wants to keep the criminals. I don't know anybody.
That's where we should be focused.
Can I say something? Because, we keep on talking about criminals and immigrants being criminals. And I just want people to understand what the facts are and the stats are, is that undocumented immigrants are much less likely to have committed crimes than American citizens. American citizens commit more crimes than anyone.
No, pause.
I also want to make the point that an undocumented immigrant is not a criminal because he or she is undocumented. That is a civil offense. So to call people illegal is, in and of itself, I think, xenophobic and racist. I do. And incorrect.
Oh, shut up. Illegal immigrants enter the country illegally. That if you break the law and do something illegal, that makes you a criminal. Illegal immigrants have a 100% crime rate. Every single one of them.
Illegal.
100% crime rate.
So I should try to flip it.
Maybe they may commit less crimes after they've committed the crime of entering our country undocumentedly, illegally, but you're still a criminal because you entered the country illegally, therefore making illegal immigrant crime rate 100% higher.
They're idiots.
That's just what it is.
That's 2 + 2.
That's just what it is.
That is 2 plus 2.
2 + 2.
That's just what it is.
You did something illegal, so you're illegal.
If I did something illegal,
hey, bro, if I see them in real life, if I see Sunny, I'm actually gonna call her idiot, like for real. I better not see her nowhere. You're an idiot.
You see, they threw a soda can at the hand of baby Gronk when he was walking through his cafeteria. I might throw a soda can at her head.
Don't say that.
Thank the Lord himself.
What's her name?
Caroline
Levitt.
Levitt.
Caroline Levitt.
Carolina Levitt.
Or maybe it's
Carolina
Levitt.
Levitt.
Caroline. What's
Maybe
that
it's
song?
Levitt.
From
Figure it out.
Caroline or something?
Sweet home.
Carol. No, it's Virginia. West
Sweet Home Caroline.
I feel like there's a song called that.
Ain't it Sweet Home Caroline?
I feel like it is. I don't know.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, isn't that?
I think
Is
it
that not
does.
Sweet Home Caroline?
I feel like it
that
is.
is it.
I think it is, man.
But yeah, guys, this is beautiful.
Sweet
guys.
Caroline. That's what it
Yeah.
is. Sweet
Hey,
Caroline. I said Sweet Home. Sweet
Look, guys.
Caroline.
Yeah, that's how it's messed up.
Hey, actually, if you're in DC, let us know because we're looking for somebody to possibly be there so we can stay back at the studio and record. But we're looking for people to be there to record for us so we can have it. We can show the world. We can show everybody. We don't want to keep seeing this stuff on news outlets that we don't support, guys. So I know you guys support us. We're gonna be there for sure. If you're in DC and you know somebody in DC, hit us up in the DM. But it don't matter. We still gonna be there regardless, guys. So be looking for that. This is beautiful. We gone.